Hi, what do you see here? For me, I see fire. I see destruction. I see pain, suffering. I even see death. These are wildfires, and they have been having a worldwide impact in numerous countries. For example, in USA, Brazil, California, Australia, buildings destroyed, acres burned, and families evacuated. You can see the cause of these wildfires is mainly climate change. Temperatures are rising, snow is melting sooner, forests are drier for longer, and the fires get worse, and it's a cycle. So a team of talented Lebanese engineers and scientists wanted to break that cycle. That's when we came up with our intelligent firefighting system. We aim to solve the problem with our system before it becomes a crisis. And we're going to do that by combining existing firefighting technologies, so we're not reinventing the wheel, in an autonomous coherent system. Let me show you how. So let's consider this is our forest area. We're gonna populate that area with arrays of firefighting sensors, fire sensors, sorry, and AI cameras. In the middle of the area, we're gonna position our drone center that houses firefighting drones and equipment. All of these devices are gonna be connected to the cloud via a 5G infrastructure. Now let's say a fire starts, which is the most important part. The sensors near that fire are gonna detect it, send their data to the cloud. The cloud is gonna then compute the exact location and spread of that fire, send it to the drone station, which is gonna send the exact amount of drones needed to extinguish that fire. By doing that, we would have achieved early detection, early intervention, and early control of the fire. Now, how are we different from what's available on the market? On the market, there are fire sensors. However, they suffer from very big delays because they are not connected through a 5G infrastructure. There are firefighting drones. DJI makes great ones, but they are manually controlled. We are connecting everything through 5G and IoT concepts and AI in an autonomous coherent system. In terms of our business plan, we plan on implementing this plan, a for-profit plan that implements an initial sum and a yearly fee based on accuracy and demanded area size. You can see here in this slide how much the wildfires have been impacting governments not only on a humanitarian front, but on an economic front. Governments spend billions of dollars every year just to mitigate the effects of wildfires. So it makes sense to find a new solution. Our current contacts are Fignite. They are a startup in Palestine that are working on sensors for our project. There are Touch and Alpha, which are the primary mobile network providers in Lebanon. We are talking to them to find out about 5G in Lebanon and the process. Civil defense, we're getting some statements from the civil defense. It takes time, but we're working on it. And of course, Mr. Shushani has provided us with free security consultancy for our project after doing our proposal. Our next steps are to finalize the sensor design and provide a very efficient sensor. We're gonna proceed to the phase 2 of the software build and test for our monitoring system, phase 2 for our hardware system also, and communicate our project to different governments and governmental bureaus. A drone is definitely pricey, but a soul is priceless. Let me show you our quick prototype that we built with our limited finances in Lebanon to see that the sky is the limit. Here you can see that we have provoked a sensor with a fire. The first car is gonna go to that sensor since it is the closest car. Now the second sensor is gonna happen the same. So the first car goes to that sensor. Now we're gonna see how if we provoke two sensors, each car goes to its nearest sensor based on availability. So car 1 is not available, then car 2 will definitely go to that sensor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A soul is priceless indeed. Thank you, Intelligent Firefighting. And let's move to our judges, Stephen Gring and Nafez Dekek, please.
Thank you very much. Great that you're highlighting the overall economic impact of wildfires globally. Specifically on the technical side of this, I wonder if you could say a little bit more about what your sensors might be sensing. You were mentioning that you have technical development to do on the sensing, but perhaps you could also comment a little bit about time factors, because that's, I think, one of the main benefits of your system, that you can demonstrate faster reaction times and responses to fire incidents.
Yes, sure. So for our sensors, we are working on sensors that are gonna sense different things. So As you can imagine, if we only sense one thing, which is, for example, smoke or CO2 or fire, we are going to need a lot of sensors to cover the area. So we are going to work on sensing multiple things. We are building a combination of sensors that we create. That is our module, for example, and we are going to use them in combination with AI cameras that can detect fires. So we are going to detect it through CO2 sensors, through also smoke sensors. We are going to even use sound modules to detect. Wildfires have a definite sound for them, a specific sound for them. So through AI and computing, we can know that.
If I just jump in there, because thinking about the time factors, I wondered whether your sensors and with AI systems, might you be able to get to a situation where you can, I think you might have mentioned this, predict situations where fire might take place, but because presumably as soon as a fire is started, then the time factors involved are incredibly critical.
Yeah, definitely. So we are using 5G technology to mitigate the delay. And when we sense a fire, this is where our system is at its strength point. So we are going to sense the fire at the very start of that fire based on temperature, CO2, or whatever. And it's going to send the data to the station through 5G, so very low latency, and the drones are going to intervene. And we also send an alert to the monitoring system that is going to be handled by the fire department for them to intervene as well. So we would achieve very fast response rates, which is what stops the fire, which is our project, basically.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jonathan, I don't know if we have time. Should I?
Can you make it? Do you have a really short question?
Just a very quick question. I don't know how quick that. I just love to hear more about the team's background, just to understand, how capable would you guys be of delivering on this. I mean, I think it's a great idea. It's a very important problem. Just love to hear more about sort of your backgrounds and how you're bringing that to the project.
Yeah, sure. So as a team, we are a team of engineers. So Nancy is a computer and communication engineering senior. Raed is as well. Raed is very skilled in technical implementation of project. He's the one that prepared the prototype. Hussein is an information technology and computing student. He's a graduate as well. And myself, I'm also a computer and communication engineer. So I'm gonna graduate this semester, and we're working also with our respective universities. So they're gonna partner with us and help us in any technical detail that we might need.
Bravo, bravo, amazing. يعطيكم العافية.
Thank you.